In this video I thought I would do another show vlog and just take you along with me to another show with Torello. He was actually very good today. I am filming this after I've been again, which I need to stop doing. I need to get used to filming in the morning. He was very good today, but there was a lot missing on my part, so it definitely didn't go to plan, and I'll let you see the videos first and then... It's very loud. I'll show the videos first and then I'll either do a voiceover or talk through afterwards sort of how I felt about them. And yeah, but hopefully a better week next week. I am going again next week, which is good, which was the plan anyway, so it's worked quite well. Torello did also compete, not last week but the week before, at Codham. I didn't actually post any videos of that, but he did 2 lovely rounds, 2 unlucky poles, 1 in each, but the rounds were just, I think, probably the best I felt with him in terms of like fluency, rhythm. All the jumps were coming up right. Just yeah, he was just a bit lazy with his feet on a couple of them, or 2 of them. But yeah, I was really happy with that. So I think it's just maybe a case of we went to a different venue today, and I think maybe that's what sort of changes my riding rather than him. He's not really that bothered, but I think I possibly override a little bit. Anyway, I'll show the clips and then yeah. So I'm going to do little voiceovers for the rounds. This is the 90. I'm not probably going to say too much for this round, as overall I was fairly happy with it. I think you can tell in my riding that this is like my comfort height. I just tend to let things come. The only thing that I would probably say is the first couple of fences, I probably could have opened him up a little bit more, like we're just a little bit too, the canter's just a little bit too like nice. That's what I've been going over with my instructors, is just I keep sort of using my first couple of fences on my course to like get the right canter, and while that works for 90, any of the other heights it obviously doesn't. So I think that's something I've got to get used to getting out of. But by this point of the course, I was really happy with the canter. In fact, we made up that distance a little bit too much, and he clipped the pole. That's the only rail we had, 1 fence. But yeah, by this point I was really happy with the canter, and considering this is a new venue for him, not necessarily new, we did come here last year, but lots of new fences and yeah, lots changed. So considering that, he felt very relaxed, and again helping me out a couple of times. But yeah, overall I was quite happy with this round, and I'll just let you watch the rest. So this is the meter round. Again, I think you can see from my canter it starts off very like short. We get quite close into the first fence, and then sort of I think I kick into action here and sort of realise, right, I've actually got to go forward a bit more. But I just couldn't work out what this distance was supposed to be, and I think this is where it started going pear-shaped for me in my riding, because after this point I started panicking. And then again here, I asked for the long one and he was like, no, Jess, we're going for the short. Asked for the long one again here. No, we're going for the short. So at this point I was like, right, let's just see if I can just sit up a little bit. And then the double ended up coming up okay. And then again, round to this next fence, I asked for the long one and he did do it. But yeah, we ended up clipping the pole just because he does generally prefer going in for a shorter one, even on the bigger fences, but I just need to figure out the right canter. And then here I kicked him on forward and we made the distance, which is probably the best part of the course. Yeah, I think it's just a case of I need to figure out what canter works with him. And then we ended up getting 2 in this one stride double. Yeah, it's all all gone a bit pear-shaped. But yeah, at least we finished okay-ish. But for that exact reason, I ended up going in again HC, just to try and neaten up a couple of little bits for my confidence. For, you know, we were fighting each other the whole way around, I would probably say, so just to get a little bit more rhythm in there. And again, it started off much better with a bit more of a forward canter, but this distance still didn't work. So I ended up going in close instead of trying to go for the long one. And then same here, I tried to ask for the long one and he tried to chip in, but there wasn't really anything there to chip in with. So that was probably the only disaster we had on this whole round. And then, yeah, double came up much nicer. And then I don't want to say it before he gets there, but I sort of sat back for this one instead. And yeah, that got the short one. He was much happier, and then that still worked really nicely, that line. And then again here, this pink fence, I just couldn't get this one right, so I called it a day there. But yeah, went in short, and then I decided to shorten him and go short for the next one, which was probably not my greatest plan. But again, I was just trying, for this second round, I was trying not to rush it because I felt like I was ushering him around the last one. But we still got 2 in the double, so I don't know what that was about. I think he might have been spooking at the way it'd been set out, but yeah, that was everything. I'm literally just finishing clearing the lorry. I've done a pretty poor job, actually. Ignore my attire. I can't bother to wear joggers. Yeah, I'm just going to grab my hat and then I'm all done. I've also got Torello's pad there because he sweats so much. But yeah, I was pleased with him overall today. As you saw in the clips, we did go HC, which even though the HC round still didn't go all that well, it was definitely much better. I was possibly holding him too much because of my worries of the last round. But yeah, he was, that's not even attached. He was so much better in that, and I think we were a bit more together, like, rather than fighting each other. But again, I think I've just got to figure out, I did walk the course and walk the distances, and they were very long for what I normally walk. I normally do 4 steps for a stride and then 2 for like takeoff and landing. And I was coming up with like a whole extra large step, and I was walking quite long. So I think, obviously subject to whoever does the courses, but they just, yeah, it ended up coming up a little bit longer than I normally would ride it. But I think that's something that I'm just going to have to learn to adjust with him. And yeah, that's just something I've got to take on the chin and grab a pair of balls. I think is the best thing I can say for that. I'm gonna probably leave this video here. It's actually very short. But yeah, comment down below if these are sort of videos you want to see, or you prefer like home videos, like yard vlogs or lesson vlogs, stuff like that. I don't really know what I personally prefer watching, show vlogs, but I think that's probably just me. But yeah, just let me know video suggestions down in the comments, and yeah, thanks for watching.